Alright, so this is the setup for my jig. I've just got this piece of 1/8 inch material, another piece of 1/8 inch MDF with a center hole. This is going to be the center of my circle, and then my edges here. So this is the jig to cut out a 20-inch circular frame on a 14-inch workspace. As you can see, I use a lot of tape and I use a lot of scrap. I've got this width here is the width of my material, so it's 19 inches and it fits snug. This is the actual center of my circle. So I've got this little hole here to measure the center of my circle. Before cutting the actual material, I have a pizza box that I've cut out to the size of the material, and I'm going to go ahead and do a test run with this guy before I do anything else. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and run. I've got this set up. I've got my circle frame. I've got the square that's already, I showed you in the bed. This is the actual frame that I built out there. This is the little circle. I'm going to run this in the cardboard real quick just to do that test. Alright, there is my little circle. I'm going to go ahead and put my peg in there. And I've got these little rivets that I use. You can use whatever fits in that circular space that you've made. I'm going to use this just to hold down my material so that when I go to cut the circle, it's the rest of the circle frame, I can, have it all in the same space. Alright, so I've got that set up. Now I'm going to go ahead and run this first side of my circle frame and see what happens. Okay, so this looks pretty good. It's cut where I want it to cut. So now here's the part that terrifies me. I'm going to take my pin out and I'm going to flip this material around and we're going to try and cut the other way. Alright, I've got it all lined up. I've got the pin in there, I've got my material in there. Of course, this is a little bit shorter than the piece I'm actually going to use, but this is just a test run. So, fingers crossed, boys and girls. Alright, that looks pretty good. I did start the cut and had to stop the machine because it moved my material, but it looks to be, I might have a little less overlap here. But man, that is pretty close. So now I'm just going to kind of fine tune this before I cut my actual material out. But that's it. I'll have a 20-inch square cut out of on a 14-inch workspace. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and run the actual black acrylic. So again, wish me luck. Hopefully this comes out amazing. If not, well, we've learned something today, right? LOL. Alright guys, so this came out really good. Very excited about it. There is just a little teeny offset right there that I'm just going to hit with my sander. But yeah, 20-inch circle cut on a 14-inch laser. Not mad about it.